Hello folks, Reloading Bench back with you once again on this beautiful Sunday, crispy day, and I thought I would do a video or two. As you've seen potentially in the past, you know I'm a fan of cube computers. This being from a couple years ago, and this being something I did in 2024, and this is a Windows 11, and these are Windows 10 cubes. Great little boxes for, you know, again, oh, my laptop died, oh, my desktop died, oh, corruption, oh, failure, oh, power supply, whatever. These are awesome, but these are not what today's video is about. So I'm going to move these off to the side, and I will show you what today's video is about, with the asterisk warning of Facebook Marketplace is so dangerous to people who like old stuff. Back in a moment. This is what today's video is about. These two cubes, just for size reference, these two cubes, which are probably 12 by 12 by 12-ish or something similar, 9 by 9 by 9. So these are 9-inch cubes. And these are HP Proliants. And I thought when I first saw these a few years ago, I picked one up and then tried to upgrade it and all that stuff, and some stuff was missing. Yeah, it's quite dirty and dusty. But it has 4 of the, I don't remember how you do the drives. There you go. It has, and I think this comes off, yes. And you know, the way this was made, this is heavy duty. I mean, this is some serious, you know, it's not plasty, you know, some of it is, the front is, but it's pretty solid stuff. And I don't remember how many years old this is, and I'll probably put a little, you know, note in the video on how old it is. But it came with 1 gig SATA drives, 7,200 RPM, which is pretty good for SATA drives. I don't know if there's a year stamped on here. And if there is, I'm not really seeing it at this moment. But suffice to say, this is not a modern PC. It's an older PC. I was a big fan of the HP Net servers back in the 90s. And this reminds me of them in terms of how it's set up. So this is a Proliant Microserver Gen8. I don't remember the speeds and feeds. It's a very, very compact machine. And what made it so cool was the guy selling them had 2, and I was interested in 1. And I was like, you know, are they both identically configured? And his comment was yes. And he said, yeah, they were basically on a shelf in a server room for their life, and then, you know, they got old. Yeah, I don't see a date anywhere. Let's see if this has a date. But, you know, to actually have the config card for the ILO default settings and the serial number and the user administrated password and name and all that good stuff is great. Looks like this one didn't have an adapter, whereas this one did. So that's missing the slot. Again, they're extremely modular. No tools necessary to open the case up. In fact, it's as simple as, you know, 2 screws, 2 thumb screws. And then I think this is a pop back and up. And again, that's just heavy duty. This is not, you know, let me get this out of the way. This is not your cheap Chinesium that you would find at the local CompUSA. But everything is extremely modular. You know, it's got laptop components for the DVD drive, how you move things out. It reminded me, when I first saw mine a few years ago, it reminded me of an IT class server in terms of how easy it was to work on, in terms of the chassis, the design, the expansion, the modularity. It is an 8 gig DIMM with the 4 1 gig drives. So it's not a screamer by any means, but you know, to be able to put, I'm probably doing this wrong. There we go. But to be able to replace these, you know, with SSDs, higher footprint, this would be great for, you know, a NAS server type thing. I know the setup, a little dusty. I know the setup's a little quirky because you have to use a certain version of the net server and then load a particular OS that's compatible with this, or you hack it. And I hacked one. I did it the right way and loaded, I think, 2000 server 2012 or 2016. 2016. I can't remember. And then I put Windows 10 on one of them to play with it. But the case was all messed up on the one of the ones I had, and these cases are in reasonably good condition. So I thought this would be fun to clean up, because yeah, it does need, this one's cleaner than this one. But the guy was selling these. So the first one I bought was on eBay years ago, and I can't remember how much it was. You know, it wasn't free, but it wasn't, you know, it came with a cost. So the guy selling these, and the cost of shipping from eBay was, that's where you get prohibitive, because you can spend $150 shipping, because these are heavy. These have some heft to them. But the guy selling these was selling them for $50 each, and these work. Yeah, I had them show me how, you know, both boot, all the good stuff. Again, old chipset. I can't remember what the chipset was. I don't know if I can even see it on here. No, but I'll put the speeds and feeds on the screen. Again, this isn't purchased for performance. It's purchased for nostalgia and tinkering. Love to tinker with old cubes and new cubes. So this is part of my cube OCD satisfaction. And again, having all the parts, they're identically configured, means that if one fails, I have parts for the other. And I'll have to compare the ones I have with these in terms of all the goodies. But it's nice that all the parts are here. So, you know, a lot of times you'll find these old boxes where it's missing something, like it doesn't have any drives, or it doesn't have the drive trays. And then when you start buying this stuff, or it doesn't have the CD-ROM, or excuse me, the DVD, I guess I just dated myself in terms of age. But it's a very cool old device, and to be able to pop in a USB floppy for configuration, ROM updates, or the DVD. They're very, very well made, and you can pick them up. In fact, I'll probably go on eBay and see what one of these costs right now and put that up online. But for $50 each, I was only going to buy one. It was an hour drive each way, so I figured, hey, with the amount of time I spent driving, and what the value, again, in my opinion, is with having a complete set of identical twins, I went and picked up both of them. So I will clean these up and figure out what I'm going to do with them. I got enough of these around the house now. But yeah, that was a cool score, I thought. Later.